Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, September 8th, 2023. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. As I've been mentioning all week, my discount code SAM is now live on the mystore.com website. It's the sister site to MyPillow. So go to mystore.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Now to the news. According to Disclosed TV, the Texas power grid entered an emergency mode yesterday to avoid rolling blackouts. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Texas that was so hot on windmills and solar panels, and they were running into crisis with them when it got too cold. Well, now they're asking people to scale back on their energy usage. Another failure for what they call renewable green energy. According to Zero Hedge, a judge reinstated Georgia's ban on puberty blockers and hormone therapies for minors. Bravo. Finally, some sanity going on. According to Zero Hedge, 72% of the French believe migrants pose security risks and the government gives them too much aid. I've said this many times on this channel. What's going on with the migrant crisis is not just here in America, it's around the world. I believe this is a coordinated effort to cause chaos. I think it's planned at some level, and I think that there are stopgap measures in place to curtail it. But in the meantime, there's a lot going on. According to Disclosed TV, Germany recorded almost 205,000 initial asylum applications by the end of August. That's 77% more than in the previous year. As I've said, this is something that's going on around the world. It's not exclusive to the US. Even though we're feeling the pain here, it's happening all over the world. According to Dave, Praying Medic, North Korea says it has built a tactical nuclear submarine. Now, if this is true, this is going to be a serious development. I think they're a wild card anyway. I think Trump had them in check, but I think with who's supposedly in the White House now, they realize there's weakness there. So I'll keep an eye on it. According to Bullion, Bitcoin, and BS, the Biden administration is announcing another $600 million in additional security assistance for Ukraine. We've got how many issues here at home? And these clowns in the White House are saying to send more money to another foreign government, especially Ukraine. Absolute asinine behavior. And it's getting exposed. That's a good thing, that it's being exposed, that is. According to John Harold, who's also known as Patel Patriot, he's done quite a bit of research on what he calls the devolution theory. And there's one executive order in particular, Executive Order 13848, that talks about if there is foreign interference that's proven in an election, then a whole series of events take place. And I'm super simplifying it. But that one Executive Order 13848 has been renewed now twice by Biden. It was written by Trump, renewed twice by Biden, and then just yesterday was renewed a third time. That's something to pay attention to. That's a major development. I'm not sure how it's going to play out, but it's something that we certainly want to keep an eye on. According to CBS News, Governor Newsom here in California is sending additional California National Guard troops to the border to help stop illegal importation of fentanyl. Of course that should be done. It's crazy the amount of drugs and people that are pouring over the southern border. And this is a significant response. I'm hoping that they'll follow through with it and it'll be exactly what it is supposed to be, which is close the border. And then finally today, Elon Musk made some pretty radical moves yesterday. He did not allow the US and other countries to access his Starlink network. And it was an emergency request from government authorities to activate Starlink all the way to Sevastopol. The obvious intent, this is according to Elon Musk, was to be in sync, to begin sinking most of the Russian fleet that are at anchor there. He also said if he had agreed to their request, then SpaceX would be explicitly complicit in a major act of war and conflict escalation. I know there's a lot of different thoughts about Elon. I know I've had my thoughts about him, but this was a great move on his part, in my opinion. Can't allow them to do that. That would be a war-provocating event if that was to take place, and I'm glad he stood up and he said, no, I'm not going to do that. So that's all we have for today. As I mentioned earlier, go to my store, the sister site to MyPillow, it's mystore.com, enter in the discount code SAM, and get up to 80% off of all of your purchases. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. And as you know, you can find me on Rumble. That's rumble.com/Sam Shalhoub. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon.